Let's see. Not good.
Let's see.
Let's do this thing.
A moment.
Oh, you're awake. Don't worry, it's only been a few hours.
What happened? The last I remember, I was training some of our new recruits.
You got hit by some stray magic. Pretty hard, too.
Yes, that's right. How could I have let my guard fall so carelessly?
Probably the exhaustion. You usually sidestep stuff like that, no problem. Everybody was really worried about you, though. Dedue and Felix in particular didn't know what to do with themselves. Guess the silver lining is that it forced you to get some rest. If only for a few hours.
Apologies for causing such a disturbance. I'm fine now, I assure you.
Uh-huh, sure you are. I know you're just gonna get straight back to work if I leave you be. But hey, take a look around first.
The room is immaculate. Is this your handiwork?
Yep. Though we left anything that seemed like it would need your input. Figured we could at least take care of the small stuff while you were out, though. Oh, and everyone, and I mean everyone, thinks you should be taking more breaks.
I'm certainly grateful for the gesture. But how did you find time for this amidst your other responsibilities?
It was easy once we split everything up. Felix, Dedue, and I wrapped up the training session in your stead. Then Rodrigue and Sylvain handled the rest of your paperwork. You might want to glance through it later, though. Ingrid tended to the horses, while Ash and Annette helped organize all your books. Oh, and Mercedes baked some wonderful treats for you. They'll have you back on your feet in no time. What else? What else? Oh, right. We sent some soldiers out to check on the nearby villages, too.
Incredible. I never expected you to do this much.
I told you not to do everything yourself, but you still keep piling more and more stuff on anyway.
That's not true. I've relied on you and the others much more frequently of late. Besides which, this is what I want to do.
You've gotten better, sure, but I'm saying it's not enough. Don't you trust us?
This isn't a matter of trust. I deeply depend on every single person in this army.
Then why didn't you tell anyone else about how you went and buried all those villagers? Everyone was stunned when I mentioned it to them. They want to hear about that stuff from your mouth, not mine.
Yes, My apologies.
If you're really sorry, then you won't let it happen again. Anyway, go get some more rest. And don't try to say you're not tired just so you can keep working.
I see I can't fool you. Though in truth, I doubt I'll be able to doze off again so soon after enjoying my first dreamless sleep in ages.
In that case, come kill some time with me. I'm sure the training grounds will be free by now.
Yes, that sounds lovely. And, thank you.
Hey, what are the words to that song again? Something about an eagle and a lion flying through the sky?
A flying lion? Pretty sure I know the song you're talking about, but those definitely ain't the lyrics I've heard. The one I know is about some horse with a human face running through the greenest grass you ever did see.
Now that you mention it, that does sound familiar. What a weird thing to sing about. I wonder who wrote it.
Yeah, this isn't working.
You can say that again. I finally finished rewriting the lyrics and everything, but they aren't catching on. Not at all.
I've even heard people theorizing that the horse with a human face is some kind of grand metaphor. You know, since he's a mix of human wisdom and a horse's pure strength, the song is saying that the brave warrior who possesses both will win in the end. Or that the horse is some kind of messenger sent by the goddess to punish sinners.
Why did it come to this? I didn't have any of that stuff in mind when I was writing it. I just wanted to sing about a knight rushing through an open field. And then I snuck in a tiny bit of Dusker mythology that Dedu told me about.
Not sure how you got from that to a song about a horse with a human face.
I already told you that's not what it is! It's a mythological warrior being from Dusker legend.
All right, all right. Either way, everyone obviously prefers the original version. So, all's well that ends well, right? They say once people hear a song, it's out of the composer's hands forever. The author is dead, all that stuff.
I know you're just saying all this to make me feel better.
Well, yeah, I can't deny that. Sorry, Annette. But it's true that there's nothing you can really do now. Even if you write totally new lyrics and sing them for the whole army, there's no guarantee they'll get as big as the ones that are already out there.
You have a point, but still.
Listen, Annette, songs have a lot of power. They help people in need, give them courage when they're down on their luck. And if you ask me, I think yours could inspire our troops out on the battlefield too.
I don't know.
Hey, what even is a human-faced horse anyway? Is it some kind of monster?
Ain't no monster I've ever heard of. Maybe it's a horrible beast that comes crawling up out of the bowels of the earth.
Don't say stuff like that. You're gonna ruin a perfectly happy song.
Aww.
You must rest, Your Majesty. These late hours will only undermine your health.
I appreciate your concern, but I fear sleep eludes me after our last battle. No need to wait for me to do, or to worry. I'll rest when I find a suitable stopping point.
You said the same the other day, then worked until the break of dawn.
I should know better than to argue when you get like this. Very well. I'll rest once I know these documents contain no errors. And if you assist me, it will go all the faster.
This is written in the language of Dusker. Is it a letter to the leadership?
Yes. I'd asked their cooperation in investigating a number of matters pertaining to the tragedy of Dusker. Some interim reports arrived the other day, so I'm thanking them for those and requesting a further investigation into another matter.
I see. Such important tasks warrant daylight. Can this not wait until morning?
And what if I fall in battle tomorrow and the work remains forever unfinished? I must do all that I can while I still draw breath. I will uncover the truth of that day and exact revenge for the dead. I swear it. There's no time to waste. After all, it doesn't appear resolving this issue will be as simple as just setting all the perpetrators to meet their end.
All the more reason to rest and preserve your health.
My rest and health can wait. At least until I've looked through these inquiries into the Western Front. And I should put in some training before I sleep, to make up for all this desk work.
Do you still have nightmares of that day?
You remember then? I'm surprised. I've not mentioned them in years. I used to summon you to my room under the pretense of keeping you safe from the others in the castle. Then I'd have you listen to me babble until sleep finally claimed me.
I've always been grateful for the consideration you showed.
It was my own selfishness, nothing praiseworthy.
Well, if sleep still evades you, I would be happy to lend an ear.
That would only succeed in exhausting us both. We have an early start tomorrow, so please, get some rest. I know you will once again implore me not to overextend myself. But I assure you that I know my own limits better than anyone.
At least let me bring tea before I depart.
That would be wonderful to do. And apologies for always putting you through so much trouble.
How long are you going to keep staring blankly like an idiot? You should eat.
You're right. My apologies.
Let me guess, you're in a tizzy about how best to make use of the Church's forces. Or maybe you're just worried about how our forces will survive the winter. Well, knock it off. A good leader knows when to let their vassals do the worrying for them.
Is that why you left your uncle in charge of House Fraldarius?
Yes. Though I've been returning to the territory the moment any issues arise with his governance.
And your mother? Is she in good health? I imagine it's difficult to manage all the family squabbles on her own.
Oh, she's fine. She's good at that sort of thing. I actually think she likes it. I suggest you focus on your own issues for once, instead of worrying about everyone else.
I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, but that does remind me. I hear the Knights wanted to hold a joint training session.
Forget it. You'll never change. I'd tell you to stop brooding so much, but I'd be wasting my breath.
I cannot afford to lose this war, Felix. I must protect the kingdom. I must avenge the fallen. Each day, we draw ever closer to those who pulled the actual strings. I've already punished any who knew of the plan and did nothing, as well as a number of middle-rank conspirators. But it isn't enough. There are still those who must answer for this crime with their lives.
You are a book with one chapter and no ending. What will you do when you actually have this revenge of yours?
I don't know. But if I can quell their grief and their hate, it will be enough. Do you hate me, Felix? After all, I saw Glenn die. I watched it and could do nothing. His end lies on my shoulders.
That's enough. I don't hate you, okay? You weren't responsible for any of that. They didn't die for your sake. They made their own choices of their own free will. Don't be so conceited.
But surely they didn't want to die. Yet they did so to protect me. Me. I am undeserving of such sacrifice.
I told you to quit brooding and eat. Your food's going to rot if you wait any longer.
Yes, of course. Ah, Sylvain. I was hoping to ask your opinion on our recent meeting.
Hey, I'm always happy to talk. But if you want House Gautier's take, shouldn't you ask my father?
I don't want House Gautier's opinion. I want yours.
Okay. Well, we were talking about the pros and cons of incorporating commoners in the nobility, right? Seems to me like we got it all sorted out.
Yes. The discussion primarily revolved around a single point. Whether those without crests are actually worthy of entering the nobility.
I mean, if they're up to the challenge, I don't see why not. It's like how you promoted my brother, right? Skill is what matters in the end.
Indeed. And the performances of Ash and the commander serve as proof of such.
Just don't get carried away, you know? Too much of a good thing and all that? I'm sure you realize what would happen to the kingdom if we lost the power of crests.
Naturally. However, crest bloodlines are currently fading everywhere. People such as Felix who were born with major crests are the exception in this day and age.
Which means Fargus has two options if we want to retain our power. One, we bolster our military and promote prosperity while delicately letting the bloodline dance play out. Or two, we admit bloodlines won't last forever and create a social system that doesn't rely on inheritance. Neither one would hold up for long, but if I had to choose, I guess the first option would be the better one for the kingdom on the whole.
Bolstering our military is more easily said than done. Impoverished as our land is, it will be difficult to compete with regions of more fertile ground.
Hey, do you remember what I said when you talked to me about promoting my brother? I told you it was important to keep up appearances while we were in the middle of a war. And honestly, I don't have any real objection to the way you're running things now.
Thank you, Sylvain. I knew you would help me sort things out in my head.
I don't usually get into serious stuff like this, but I'm glad I could help.
Such topics are not beyond your grasp, though. Your complete sincerity is a great strength. That said, you never show that side of you to any but Felix and myself. Although, I must admit, you were far from sincere during our academy days.
Ugh, don't remind me. Just thinking about it makes me cringe.
If you see the error of your ways, it is not too late to mend them. Or perhaps you require one of my lectures like old times?
Pass. You know I've got them all memorized anyway.
I do hope you realize how much I rely on you, Sylvain. You have so many things I lack. You're clever and quick-witted like your father, yet
Yeah, well, I've been jealous of your strength ever since we were kids.
None of us are perfect. So let us dwell no longer on our failings. I apologize for taking up so much of your time, though I hope to have similar discussions in the future.
Looking forward to it. Glad I can always speak my mind around you.
Your Majesty, about tomorrow's drills. Apologies. I did not mean to interrupt.
It's fine, Ingrid. We had just finished.
That was the leader of the Dusker forces, yes? What were you talking about?
We were discussing various tactics and formations. We must be aligned if we're to fight together. The way Dusker soldiers operate is quite different from our knights. I must also be mindful of how I deploy them to avoid undue conflict.
Yes, I hear there have already been a number of small quarrels in the encampment.
It's not a problem easily solved. I'm sure each side finds it difficult to adjust to the other. And you, Ingrid. Do you still hate the people of Dusker?
I no longer have reason to hold on to that hate. Yes, a few of them were involved in the tragedy, but I cannot blame the rest for that. There were many other forces at work. I understand that now. Yet I used to focus all my negative feelings on the people of Dusker, and for that I am ashamed. In a way, I now find myself scared of interacting with them at all.
You needn't blame yourself. The fault lies with me for not speaking to you about it more 6 years ago. I hesitated because I didn't wish to confuse the matter, not knowing the full truth of it. But you were forced to grapple with many painful feelings as a result. Clearly, my priorities were not in order.
You had enough to deal with 6 years ago. So many knights were expelled from the castle, and almost none but Lord Rodrigue would set foot in the capital. Even my father prevented me from going to see you.
Yet, I still could have sought you out. And I had countless chances to discuss the matter at the academy.
I do not think I would have taken it well even if you had. I was convinced that Glenn died saving you from irredeemable villains. I forced myself to believe that. If I hadn't, I fear I may have gone mad.
I was in a similar position. But once I finally opened the lid on that box, I realized just how many were involved, including members of our own kingdom. In the end, I knew I had to reconcile with reality.
And I must also accept the reality that stands before me now. We are allied with the people of Dusker, which means I can no longer avoid them.
I have an idea. It may not help, but I'd like to take you somewhere. The father of that man I was speaking with earlier opened an inn last year, and it's not far. Would you care to join me there for a meal? Word has it he's quite skilled at making all manner of food. Of course, if this is all too much and too soon, I understand.
Not at all. I would love to accompany you, though it shames me to admit it. I likely lack the courage to go alone, but with you at my side, I think I can take that first step.
In that case, let us make haste. Oh, and this will be my treat, so keep your pocketbook shut tight. Now then, I'd like to hear opinions on the proposed tactics. Personally, I believe it best to gather our forces and attack the stronghold directly, but...
Of course the boar wants to rush in headlong. Using a small force to take out the enemy's base of operations is a far better idea. Do you have something to say? Or are you just going to stand there glaring at me?
I have nothing to add, no.
So you're saying you have no thoughts on it whatsoever? You don't even agree or disagree? Just purely, blissfully neutral?
Enough, Felix. Leave Dedu be and tell me more about this idea of yours.
We don't need to kick down the front door here. Sneaking in with a small force and burning their food stores will be more than enough.
Interesting. We'd miss a chance to loot their supplies. But it would free up our main force for other matters. Still, it won't be easy to slip past the patrols. I'd best take my personal troops and...
Allow me to take on the role. I trust that'll be satisfactory.
Right then. Now that we've solidified our strategy, let's break for a bit.
Okay, what is your problem? You've been giving me that look ever since we came in here. You clearly have something on your mind, so spit it out.
It's good to have you with us.
Huh?
Few can debate His Majesty without hesitation or ill intent. Our war council proceeded smoothly as a result.
You make me sound like some kind of troublemaker. I don't disagree just for the thrill of it, you know.
You don't say.
Dimitri's always had a reckless streak. Who knows what kind of mess he'd drag us into if someone wasn't around to stop him. The guy would gladly throw his life away for someone else, given half the chance.
You have a point.
His death would mean the destruction of both Fargus and the Church. So when I try to protect him, what I'm really doing is protecting the kingdom.
Spoken like the shield of Fargus.
What's with a smile? I told you, if you've got something to say, just say it.
I know you spoke up for my sake as well. I'm grateful for it.
Yeah, well, just doing what's expected. I mean, we're, you know, brothers in arms and all that.
Apologies for the wait. I trust we're ready to reconvene. You two seem to be having a lively discussion. May I ask what it was about?
Of course, Your Majesty. Felix was just saying...
I was saying how much of a fool you are. And now come. We have more important things to discuss.
Then I'll be off.
I won't fail.
For House Thraldarius.
We will all return alive.
Come at me if you want to get cut down.
Victory will be ours. Together.
I got this! We must act now.
Leave it to me. I'll lend you a hand.
Not falter.
You shall pay for this. You hear?
I have no mercy to offer our enemies.
You're the cream of the cream. You shall pay for this. You hear? You shall pay for this. You hear? Somebody help me!
You won't stop!
won't ever forget your kindness.
We'll give you a hand.
I hope our founder, King Lug, would be proud of this feat.
Wonderful work. That is no easy feat to accomplish.
No more standing and watching.
You'll have to take things from here. This is all my fault.
Our time has finally come!
Let us never stop moving forward.
Don't tire yourself out, Dora.
Nothing to report. Well, except that we won.
I'll hesitate.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? See you around.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? See you around.
show you what a mercenary can do.
Understood.
I can do this.
The fight starts now.
Ready yourselves, everyone. We march.
Yeah, we can win this! The stronghold's ours! Out of the way!
Let's move out!
Still improving. Out of the way!
Wow. I have a lot to learn from you.
We'll be in a good position if we can capture this stronghold. Here it comes! This is just the beginning.
You make a fine warrior.
It's not over.
This place won't be a problem anymore.
We're not losing to anyone.
I should not be struggling so.
Retreat!
Don't mind if I do.
for them. Let's move.
Ah, so we've done it.
This doesn't look good.
Attack! Give them no quarter!
We'll be in a good position if we can capture this stronghold.
And now, our next task begins.
I see.
Indeed.
What you think?
I'll cut them all down.
Allow me to aid you in battle.
We'll set them straight.
This fight will decide it all.
Stay strong! We can win this!
Forward march! Show them our valor!
Return in a moment.
No way we can lose!
Pathetic. Who's next?
Nicely done, Felix. I'm always glad to see you perform well.
Witness our valiant efforts.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
I face my comrades after this.
try even harder to keep up.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
I suppose I should show you how to best utilize one of these. I'm at a bit of a disadvantage here.
Hope this helps. I've secured the area.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Oh, too easy. I'm still not satisfied.
Nothing beats seeing you kids all grown up and gallant.
Hope this helps. I've secured the area.
Our time has finally come!
This victory belongs to all of us.
I need...
I see. Then the regicide of our late King Lambert was orchestrated by none other than you and your accomplices here, Viscount Mateus. What's more, you had the audacity to pin the blame for your crime onto the innocent people of Dusker.
We did what we believed to be right, and we still believe it so. I bear neither shame nor regret for our actions.
Our hand was forced, Baron. We took no pleasure in the deed. But we could not lie down and allow Lambert to trample over us with his tyrannical policies.
His beloved Eastern lords may have submitted with naught but a whimper, knowing full well that they would always have the favor of the king. But we in the West refused to play his game. It's as simple as that.
I understand the situation you found yourself in, but I fail to see the righteousness or necessity in the measures you chose. Of course, aspects of Lambert's reign troubled me as well. Yet one can never predict what may lie on the other side of a violent, radical revolution. With that understanding in mind, I decided to obey the late king's wishes.
If you took issue with his policy, you should have made a formal protest. Surely a dialogue is a more preferable outcome to cold-blooded murder.
Any protest we made would never have drowned out the chorus of his blind devotees.
Wrong. His Majesty would have listened had you only explained your troubles. I'm sure of it. Instead, you cast aside your duties as his retainers, crawled into a fetid bed with the Empire, and ended his life like the base cowards you are. Well, the time has come to face judgment for your sins.
My. Do you really think yourself so different from them, dear Baron?
Cornelia, you scheming wretch.
Judgment for your sins? Do you think this is one of that decrepit church's tired old parables? Sorry, but you're part of this now, trapped here like the rest of us. So be a good little boy and do your part in sowing chaos in Fargus and the rest of Fodlan while you're at it.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
How can...
Time to work you into shape.
I believe in my own
I appreciate having another person to train with.
I could use...
Training can... With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
Very well. I shall lend you my strength.
Yes, I'm ready.
We all must do our fair share to make yourself useful. Whew, all done. You were splendid yourself. We all must do our fair share. That should be everything in its place now.
And high time we took a break, if you ask me. Lugging all those boxes was hard work. Hey, why don't you join me for a meal? Might be nice to head into town for once.
I'm not that hungry just yet, though. Oh, I've got it. If you'd like, we could have a tea party. I have a cache of delicious treats we can eat as well.
Sure, I guess I could go for some tea. Where'd that idea come from, though?
Well, I received some sugar recently as a gift from one of the soldiers I mended back to health. I used it to bake the most wonderful confections. I'd love for you to try them.
Huh, that does sound good. And a little something sweet once in a while never hurt anyone.
Then we're settled. Give me just a moment, I'll get everything ready.
Whoa, these are incredible. I've never had anything quite like them before.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm particularly happy with how those turned out.
It does actually taste kind of familiar, though. Almost like the snack my mom used to make.
Really? You don't say.
Yeah. I was raised in this little village off in the mountains, absolutely surrounded by nature. Sometimes, Mom would go out and gather fruit from the trees, then bake things with them.
There's nothing better than a dessert made with fresh fruit. I love them myself. You can knead them into dough and bake them, or preserve them in honey so they can be enjoyed the whole year round.
My mom's stuff was never quite as fancy as the things you make, but they were special in their own way. And even though we didn't have them too often, just one hint of that flavor, and it's like I'm a kid again. Guess they were just that good.
It's wonderful you have that memory to look back on. I can tell the time you spent with your mother was very precious to you.
For sure. Though I don't remember it too well anymore.
Can I ask you something? Do you ever wish you could return to the past? To those days with your mother?
It would be great to go back if I could, yeah. We'd have so much more to talk about now that I'm older. But the past is the past. My mom is gone, and there's nothing I can do to change that.
Yes. Yes, I suppose you're right.
Hey, what's wrong? Was it something I said?
Oh, my apologies. I must have been daydreaming for a moment there. Here, try this one next. I made it specially to pair with the tea.
Sure. Thanks. Well, you three are a merry bunch. If this is how you're gonna approach the next battle, I better go buy some white cloth so we can start sewing our surrender flags.
Sorry. I was lost in thought for a second there.
You don't say. What's got you down?
I just never imagined we'd all be fighting together here in Dusker. You come back here often, right, Dedu? I have heard His Majesty say as much on multiple occasions.
Yes.
Well, Dusker is still quite new to most of us, so we will definitely be depending on you.
A word, Ingrid. It's true we shouldn't wallow in the past, but there is also no need for false cheer.
Sure, but considering who we're going up against, it's not like we've got happy days ahead.
We'll be fighting a Dusker militia, right?
Yeah, we've been asked to put down an insurrection. Some sort of internal disagreement.
Dusker is divided. Some seek peace with Fargus. Others reject it.
Things have been getting better between our two lands of late, but there are still plenty of folks who can't let the old grudges go.
Hey, I get it. A lot of these people lost everything.
His Majesty still seeks to make amends. He's come here for speeches countless times. Our activities today are part of that effort.
Well, you still seem awfully gloomy if that's all this is. I mean, I get that this is a place where important folks died, but that's not exactly unusual, you know?
There's more. The leader of this insurrection aided the people who killed the late king all those years ago. So, we're not just here to put down some random rioters. Our real task is to arrest the leader and bring him back to Ferdiad.
That man played a key role in the tragedy of Dusker, and he's responsible for Glenn's death.
Wait, hold on. This guy's from Dusker, right? I thought they had nothing to do with all that.
The vast majority did not.
But a few did, even if they weren't the brains behind the whole thing. We always knew some from Dusker were involved, as guides, if nothing else. And the Boar has been working with Dusker's leadership to find out who they were.
Sounds like the word got out. But still, inciting a rebellion seems like a pretty last-ditch effort to avoid justice.
Will you be able to stay your hand, Ingrid?
I will honor His Majesty's wishes. This leader has information we need, so we have to take him alive. No matter how much I may want to do otherwise. We'll uncover the truth and punish whoever is guilty. That will have to suffice as my revenge.
I think there are a lot of people who'd like a crack at this guy. Which is why we're here and a certain someone isn't.
His Majesty placed faith in us. We can't let him down.
Right.
If you three keep acting like you're going to a funeral, your troops are gonna follow suit. Snap out of it already. Hold those heads up high.
You're right. We're here as representatives of the king, and we can't afford to lose this battle.
Well then.
Come on, let's get this show on the road already.
We must help our allies. Permit no casualties.
Glad to go.
So they want to keep us out? Fine. We'll just cut our way through.
More killing will only complicate things.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Let's begin. It's time.
You think I don't know that?
It's time. I'm going.
Handle this. Our allies are under attack. Just
Let's begin.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'll do what I can. It's
here. We have to hurry.
This stronghold will fall!
Now's our chance. Attack!
These woods are dense.
You certainly know the terrain. Did you live around here?
My hometown is near these woods. The same woods where the late king met his end.
Oh. I didn't know.
Aw, these rats! Always sticking their noses where they don't belong.
They're going to be trouble, and we still have allies under attack.
I'll do what I can. It's worth.
We press onward.
Fine work.
Not a problem. I've got this.
Let's begin. It's...
So this is where Lambert died. And my brother as well.
Do not dwell on old wounds. Come.
I won't falter, no matter how fierce the battle becomes.
I'll get you a nice steak once the battle's over. You must be starving after that.
I can still fight.
I'll do what I can. It's...
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
I get why they hate us, but what sense is there in fighting their own people?
It seems that wasn't the generals we were after. Come, let us go. There's still others who need our help. You'll never win! Thank you, my friend. Just take a breath.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Let's begin. It's time.
Not a problem.
It must be hard for you to be fighting in your old home, Didu.
Your concern is unnecessary. Thank you.
I like it touching Roman as much as the next guy, but we're in the middle of a battle here. Stay focused.
I got this.
Now's our chance. Attack!
This stronghold will fall!
I owe you for that. Thank you, my friend Vargas.
Don't mention it. Now get out of here and find somewhere safe to hide.
You come for me, huh? Well, bring it on. I'll kill the lot of you.
This is the one we're after. Remember, we need him alive.
Dusker has all sorts of people. Good and bad.
That's pretty much the way of the world.
Just one foot in front of the other.
Nice one.
Surprised Thor sent you with us, Ingrid. I'd have thought he'd keep you as far away from us as possible.
This assignment was my request. I seek to put the past behind me once and for all. You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
No! What are you gonna do to me?
You will come to Ferdiad and answer some questions. Take him away.
I'm getting...
This strength.
I cannot grow...
This was a long time coming, and a fine result, seeing as we suffered no needless casualties.
I guess so. Still, I wonder why our target chose to take part in the tragedy of Dusker in the first place.
Probably bought off by somebody higher up the food chain. That's usually how these things go.
Then we must find who paid him.
Right. We're sure to discover something if we follow the money.
Whatever the reason, there's no need to speculate.
Agreed. His Majesty will suss it out.
Yes. Let's put our faith in him. But for now, we should tell the citizens of Dusker about what transpired today.
Wait. I must make a brief stop.
Oh? Where?
A lake deep in the forest, where a field of flowers once grew. The area was trampled by the kingdom's army some time back. I want to see if it is recovered.
I could use some flowers in my life right about now. And who knows the next time we'll be coming this way again. Mind if I join you?
Please do.
Count me in too. Felix?
I don't really care about that stuff, but sure. Still, we've got a lot to do, so let's make it quick.
Oh, how lovely. I can't believe a place like this is hidden away in the forest.
I often came here with my sister. I am glad to see it somewhat recovered.
Somewhat? You mean it used to be even more beautiful than this?
Indeed.
Wow. I'd love to see it in all its glory someday. King Lambert died near this spot, right? I wonder if Glenn ever saw this place.
I think it likely. When things settle in Dusker, this field should also return to form. We should come back then, to see the field as he did.
Yes, we should.
You sure you just want to hang back, Felix? This is really something. Might be good to, you know, take in the scenery. Maybe think about your brother.
No thanks. Remembering the past is important, but the present gives me all the direction I need. Namely, the duty to protect the same things Glenn did before me.
You mean Fraldaria's territory itself?
No. Well, yes. Obviously I have a duty to protect my home. But my brother didn't really do that. I mean the future of the kingdom itself. Which that fool will probably try to shoulder all on his own. So I guess they're pretty much the same thing at this point. Anyway, keep that to yourself. And don't you dare tell the boar.
Sure thing.
Good. You know, I don't really care much for flowers, but this isn't so bad.
Gustav, Annette, the success of this plan lies on your shoulders.
We've got this, Your Majesty. I swear, we'll make my uncle see the light.
You sure about this, Dimitri? I probably shouldn't be saying this in front of the Baron's relatives, but the Western Lords could end up convincing Baron Dominic to lead them once more. Killing him now could spare us a storm of grief later.
It would be quicker, I'll admit that. But convincing him to join our cause will pay dividends later on. I'm sure of it.
Not to mention that the Baron's eldest son possesses a crest of his own. Even if the father falls, what's to stop the other lords from promoting his heir as their standard bearer?
That's exactly why I'd rather this end with Baron Dominic as an ally, not a corpse. But first, we'll need to whittle down the armies of the other Western Lords. Only then can we seek an opportunity to reach him.
Dimitri, we should get moving.
Right you are. Our numbers in this battle will be few. Much of our army is off defending Aryan Road from the Empire. In other words, this fight shall not be an easy one. But we cannot afford to fail. And I will need all of your help to ensure we do not.
I wonder what the Dimitri of a few months ago would say if he could hear you now. For what it's worth, I like this version of you better. You seem more at ease.
At ease, hmm? Yes. Perhaps I am.
Look at you go, actually making friends. I can tell this has been quite a fulfilling time for you. Not to say I'm not pleased myself. I only hope you haven't forgotten your true purpose among all this camaraderie.
The Ashen Demon.
If you ever hope to reach the highest of heights, you need a powerful aspiration driving you forward. You know, when we first met, I was struck by the undeniable might of your will. Such strength laid bare the tremendous potential you hold for growth. But if you lose sight of your driving purpose, the growth I hope so dearly for you may not, in fact, come to pass.
Hey, Arvel.
Yes?
Don't you think you're getting a bit too obsessed with this little grudge match?
Maybe so. Though I don't believe that's all there is to it.
And my purpose? Why can't we just say it's fighting for Dimitri and call it a day? Right now, that's just as important to me as surpassing the Ashen Demon. Maybe even more so. Arvel, out with it.
I suppose it just feels like our destiny. Like it's something we're meant to do.
Then I'll be off.
Always nice having more to do.
I'll do my best. If I count Mateus, if I count Elidor, they sure aren't holding anyone back. But where's my uncle in all of this?
As we discussed, we will focus our efforts on persuading the Baron to join our cause, and chip away at the others en route.
We march together. I will make my brother see reason if it is the last thing I do.
With all the progress we've made, the Western Lords are probably feeling the heat pretty hard. I bet he'll be receptive.
We won't have much hope of persuading the Baron without you, Gustav. Stay vigilant.
Stay out of my way! Nobody's stopping me from reaching my uncle!
Such foolishness. Now, show them the price of their folly.
You're mine! You'll never win!
Thank you, my friend.
Seize this moment. There are likely more awaiting us elsewhere as well. Stay vigilant.
My apologies for the trouble. Let us continue onward.
I got this!
What savage beasts! Dispose of them!
You're mine! You'll never win!
Thank you, my friend.
No matter what may come our way, we can fend them off so long as we stand together.
Well, who's next?
I can always trust you to have my back.
That should do it. Let's keep moving, Gustav.
Dead ahead. Onward!
Not yet!
We did it! All that's left is to convince my uncle.
I must speak with you, my brother. Please.
Gustav, how did you break through?
So you mean to sway our precious Baron Dominic to your cause? Well, I won't allow it.
There are so many of them. We can't let them reach my father.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
Surely you see the Western Lords have no hope of winning this fight, my brother. Together, we can put an end to that seductress.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
Yet if I join you and we should fail, what becomes of us then? What becomes of the citizens of my barony?
I'll show you no mercy.
However, my heart lies not in this fight. If you can promise victory, then I will join you.
Thank you, my brother. You will not regret this decision.
With my uncle on our side, we've got nothing to be afraid of.
So this is the sting of betrayal, Allow me to put you in your place. Oh, my dear Titanus, hunt these beasts down.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
We cannot afford to lose the Baron after all we've done to secure his cooperation. We must defeat the Western Lords and see him safe.
This is our only option, Your Majesty. The Western Lords, we...
No words can spare you now. You may plead your case to my father, beyond the Veil of Death.
I think I've proven myself quite well today.
I didn't know you had... in you.
Another one of Cornelius' weapons? The damage will be immeasurable if such a monstrosity is let loose.
How? Cornelius said you would win this handily.
They're working with Cornelia, then. Were the Western Lords involved in the tragedy?
Justice lies with us. I feel no shame for what we've done.
Why must so many die for the sake of your so-called justice?
Such powerful attacks. Conventional tactics will not serve us much good here.
Only reinforced its shell further.
Witch. She had that in her back pocket this whole time?
Our knowledge runs far deeper than you barbarians could ever hope to understand.
And that's the last of their reinforcements. Things should be a little calmer now.
Let us march, my brother. We can reach Cornelia via the drawbridge to the east.
see how you like a taste of the Viscum's power.
What is this?
Those are the same weapons we fought back in Ferdiad. There must be a way to shut them down somewhere nearby.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
I don't know what's up with those soldiers, but they're going after the Baron. This is we'll let them. Already seen those weapons back in Ferdiad. We know what to do. Form a barrier.
Whew, that was close. Let's go, Uncle.
Can't you just be good little rats and die like you're supposed to?
They just don't stop coming. Come on, let's take them out.
This may not halt the attacks. Will at least lessen their impact.
Not even the Shroud of Death can stand in my way.
That was wonderful.
Hear me well. Lower this drawbridge at once.
Is that Baron Dominic? Yes, my lord, right away.
Thank you, Uncle. Just a little bit further now.
Let's begin. Come with...
So, they've come. On my life, you shall not break through!
We don't have time for this. What's your call, Boar?
Forgive the delay, Warrior King of Fargus. Allow us to join the fray.
You've come. I will not forget this kindness. All units, forward! Tusker? Matrix. What do we do now?
Calm yourself, Rogue. We still have plenty of cards up our sleeve.
More of those... We'll never reach that witch now.
Not a problem. I've got...
Let us help you. We'll shut those things down.
Calling for reinforcements, are you? How rude. I suppose it's time for the Western Knights to make their appearance.
The enemy will reclaim those weapons should the warriors from Dusker fall. We must bolster their defenses.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend. These weapons continue to amaze me, no matter how many times we fight them. They're like nothing I've ever seen before.
That's one down. Let's get a move on to the next one.
You're mine! You'll never win! Thank you, my friend. I will not let you lay a hand on them.
Where did Cornelia get these weapons anyway?
The enemy reinforcements, but we must stay vigilant. Those guarding the weapons cannot be defeated.
That's that then. On to Cornelia.
Clever little vermin, aren't they? I'll need some time to reactivate the Viscum. I trust you know what to do, Count.
Yes, of course. I suppose that means I'll be going out there. Rolling silver. We must.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I'll do what I can. It's worth a shot.
Join this battle, Matters not. Do what you must to protect those controls.
Worry not, King of Fargus. We will not let the controls fall into enemy hands.
We cannot let them reclaim those weapons. Do not allow the enemy near the strongholds.
You'll never win! Thank you, my friend.
I don't understand. Where did I go wrong? Enough of this, Cornelia. None remain who can shield from our vengeance.
Send help to the Dusker soldiers. They need assistance controlling those strongholds.
I'd hope to keep my hands clean. It seems there's nothing for it. Entertain me, boy.
So, you've finally shown yourself. There will be no escape for you this time, I assure you.
Our orders...
We will be counting on you.
We managed to fight them off for now. Nicely done, everyone.
Out of soldiers already. I told Tallis I needed more than this.
Not much further. Everyone, together!
I lose? Curse this feeble flesh!
Seize the witch. It's time she told us the truth.
What a horrible way to treat a saint.
Your mages have met their end, Cornelia. And soon, so will you. You cannot warp yourself out of this. Now let me ask you again. What became of my stepmother? Does she yet live?
No, long dead, I'm afraid. She killed the husband who kept her from the sweet little daughter she loved so dearly, only to lose her own life at that same daughter's hand.
You can't mean...
Didn't I already tell you? Your stepsister has the answers. So this body has reached its end. How pitifully frail you all are.
This strength will ensure...
I need to be...
I can't... I cannot grow...
If I seek the truth, I'll have to retrieve it from the Emperor herself. Cornelia said as much before her spirit left this realm. Only a fool would take that temptress at her word. But I do believe there is truth to her claim. Edelgard knows something. The Empire was surely involved in my father's death. And perhaps she was as well.
Hold on, Bor. You owe us all an explanation here. The Emperor is your stepsister?
My apologies. I suppose I never mentioned it.
So if I've got this straight, after you were born, your dad got remarried to her mom?
Correct. Though the truth of my stepmother's background was never revealed to the public, as you can imagine. Of course, all that is in the past now. There is no reason to keep hiding it from my closest allies.
Your Majesty, if I may, I can handle the explanation.
That will no doubt prove faster. You knew my father many years longer than I did.
It all started 20 years ago, when a dreadful plague ravaged Ferdiad. King Lambert's wife was among those claimed by its spread. In hopes of bringing an end to the epidemic, the king sought experts from across the land. Scholars, doctors, mages. Among those, it was an imperial scholar by the name of Cornelia who finally turned the page on our suffering and put an end to the pestilence.
Oh yes, I've heard about that. She helped develop many of the districts in the capital as well, didn't she?
It's a little weird to think she's the one who planned out the places we all lived.
They even used to call her a saint. What could have happened to her to make her so... different?
Interestingly enough, she never asked for any kind of reward for her feat. Well, at first. In lieu of any compensation, monetary or otherwise, she requested that we rescue one of her old friends from the Empire. Which is the story of how the late king came to meet his future wife, Lady Patricia. Or should I say, Lady Anselma.
I don't get it. Why would she need saving?
I'm not sure of all the details myself, but I know she was banished from the court after becoming involved in some sort of political dispute. Lambert always did have a soft spot for those in need. And of course, in the thick of all that, the two developed feelings for each other. It's difficult to say for sure if it was love, but it was something. Anyway, that's all I have.
Looking back on the events now, it's hard to know just how much of it was part of Cornelia's plot. In any case, I must learn more about my stepmother's death. I have no doubt it connects in some manner to the truth about the tragedy. Who was Cornelia working for? And what was Edelgard's role in all of it? If I truly want to know, well, there's only one person I can turn to.
You want to get answers from the Emperor of the very region we're at war with? Is that even possible? I mean, Edelgard is our enemy. She and her like have stamped the life out of so many of our allies. And we've done the same to hers. I don't see how the two sides could just sit down for a chat after all that.
Perhaps not. Make no mistake, she is still our bitter enemy. But I've no other choice. We have extracted all the information we could from the Western Lords. And as Cornelia has departed this world, the Emperor is the only one left we can turn to. Gustav, I'll be leaving reconstruction of the West to you and the Baron.
Understood, Your Majesty. Do you mean to make for Aryan Road?
Indeed I do. Even the most impregnable fortress in all Fodlan cannot hold off an onslaught forever. I know not how or when Edelgard will make her presence known, but we must hold the Silver Maiden, by any means necessary.
Azure Gleam. Reunion at the Fortress City. The Kingdom army crushes the Western Lords, and with them, the budding civil war. But amidst the chaos, Adrestia strikes at Aryan Road. Dmitri marches on the Fortress City at once, and challenges the Emperor herself to save those trapped within the Silver Maiden's walls.
Let's reacquaint ourselves with the situation. Our forces have already pulled out of Arundel territory and withdrawn to the fortress city of Aryan Road, the same city which finds itself now besieged by the Imperial army.
Most troubling, Your Majesty.
The Knights of Seiros dispatched their very best to the scene, but they find themselves at the sword end of the Emperor's personal guard. Still, the Citadel will not fall easily. The stalemate could continue for some time yet.
Can we really afford to wait, though? Aryan Road supplies have got to be running thin by now.
If we go without proper preparation, the Imperial army will simply crush us.
Agreed. We should be using the time we have to strike in a manner most favorable to our situation. What we need to do is sever the Imperial supply chain. Then, overwhelm and exterminate the withering remains of Edelgard's army.
Hold on, you want to win the whole war in one go?
Indeed I do. We have been gifted the opportunity of a lifetime, and I do not intend to let it slip through my fingers. It will be a pincer attack, with the fortress at the Empire's front and our battalion at their rear. Even with their larger numbers, we will hold the advantage.
All the more so with the Knights of Seiros in charge of defending Aryan Road.
And even if the Emperor herself escapes, we'll have still dealt a huge blow to the Empire's military.
Oh, I feel nervous all of a sudden. I never expected we'd reach a decisive battle like this so soon. Will we truly be able to win?
We can do this. I know we can. The terrain here is in our favor. As long as we press that advantage, we'll come out on top.
Let us rally the troops, Your Majesty.
Yes. Onward to victory!
There we have it. The Empire and the Kingdom finally squaring off in broad daylight. What a fascinating development. And a troubling one.
I am well acquainted with that look of yours, Claude. What could you be scheming this time? If I recall, you made a similar face the other afternoon, when we swept aside the Imperial army ourselves.
Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I'm just contemplating the fate of the Alliance the only way I know how.
Don't worry about him, Lawrence. He doesn't always look it, but Claude takes this stuff seriously. I promise.
She's right, you know. I'm constantly thinking about our next plan of action. Thankfully, the Empire's turned its beady little eyes away from us for now. It seems they're focusing all their attention on the West. And we owe that title shift to Duke Gloucester's feigned betrayal. The former Duke Gloucester, I mean. Thanks to him, we managed to run the Empire clean out of Leicester. But there's more to their strategy shift than that.
Do you speak of the unrest within the kingdom? Such internal struggles would certainly leave them rather defenseless in the wake of an attack. but the situation may change anew at any moment. We mustn't grow complacent. If they emerge victorious against the kingdom, it is difficult to imagine what course of action the Imperial army would take next.
Yeah. Whatever happens in this battle, it'll shape the future of Fodlan for years to come. I might be brilliant, but even I'm having trouble predicting who's gonna come out on top. But whoever it is, I'd bet anything we'll need to strike a deal to keep them at bay. I guess we should be ready for either outcome. Oh, and Lawrence, I'll be asking all sorts of little favors from you, so plan on being busy for a long while.
If needs must, I would do anything for the Alliance.
We can't stand in the crossfire between the Kingdom and the Empire forever. It's high time the Alliance grabbed the reins of history and started steering in our own direction.
What is it?
Over here. Do you have a moment? You have my thanks.
Did you need something?
What do you say?
Not good. Little help here? Nuh-uh. Let's see.
How can I serve?
What is it?
Oh no.
Nothing to report.
How can I be of service?
Yeah.
Oh no! On that note...
Huh?
Uh-huh.
That isn't good.
May I have a word?
was thinking.
Can we speak a moment?
Hey.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Hello, you.
Time to work you into shape.
I'm a better... I could use...
How
No.
It's...
Time to work you into shape.
I'll reach for...
This... For his... Training can't wait to see how you do.
How may I help you?
Well? Let us go.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Oh, but this is simply...
There are a few things more... Come back whenever you're hungry.
I carry a little of everything here. You've got an eye for quality, friend. Hope to see you again soon.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Oh, thanks. Did you... Hold on. How'd you know this was my favorite?
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah,
You made this.
Ah!
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
This is heavenly.
Then you know my food?
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Huh. You made...
It's so nice to eat in the...
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair. Care to make yourself useful?
What do you expect? And
We all must do our fair. Care to make yourself useful? We all must do our fair share. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually... Oh my goodness!
this bores me.
What in the world?
Can I help you?
I see. A moment.
I won't fail.
I'll do what I need to.
I fight for my land of home.
Understood.
Don't fall behind.
Hold strong. I'm here to defend you.
This isn't over yet.
Let's begin. It's time to move.
Begin.
I'll do my best. I'm a little...
I got this! Let's move out!
This will be your grave. Too slow. Pathetic.
It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
This is all my fault.
Let's go!
Looks like that's it for us.
It is done.
Sorry. I gotta fall back.
Yes, we did it!
This victory's mine.
There's no stopping you, huh? I better pick up the pace. Keep it on! I'm in a bad spot.
No, not yet! Sorry, we weren't strong enough. Sorry, we weren't strong enough.
Who do you think I am?
The Shield of Fargus, indeed.
Is that all we've got?
You shall pay for this, do you hear? It's no use. We can't gain any ground.
We can ill afford defeat here.
I'm still not satisfied.
Look how you command the battlefield. The spirits are smiling on you.
I'm going.
Huh. Too easy.
This ends now! I got this! Give in!
Let's put this to good use.
Stand down. Hope this helps.
I was lacking caution.
It's finally over. Defending is never easy. I need...
large step.
For Bridge.
So, what do you think?
Hey!
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
I'll use this.
My
I can't.
You have to.
Can't let my...
This strength.
This strength. Can't wait to see how you do.
Then I'll be off. Time to go.
Always nice having more to do.
We will all return alive. Time is
I'll do my best. I'm a little nervous.
We must act now, before the worry sets in. Let us see what we can do.
Dort, we must rescue them at once.
We've still got options on the table. Don't worry. We'll make it through this.
Lend me your strength!
Now, strike with all your might!
You won't stop!
That wasn't so bad.
Is that all? A feeble defense.
Let it end like this. All would be lost if I were to die here.
I refuse to hold back.
Someone! Anyone!
You won't stop me! A resounding success. I refuse to hold back. You won't stop me!
We must act now. I'm here to provide backup.
I'll do my best. I'll back.
Not good. They've got us on the back foot. Hear you loud and clear.
It's not over.
March on, soldiers of Fargus. Don't let His Majesty outshine you. We must show how sharp the Blue Lion's fangs can be.
Hit them hard and fast!
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
We can't let it end like this.
It was a little iffy for a while there, but we made it just in time.
Yes. Aryan Road's defensive capabilities have weakened considerably.
Do you still doubt me, Your Majesty? After I was so kind to sell you that delicious little tip about the secret passage.
Sneaky little whelp. I never uttered a word of that to you.
No, but the Count did. I won't be sharing under what circumstances, though.
I cannot overstate what a boon it is to have members of House Row aiding us during our siege of the Silver Maiden. Though it's truly a shame we could not stop the kingdom from reclaiming your territory.
The fault is mine. Such stumbles would never have occurred had I not faltered on the Leicester front. Count Rowe swore his allegiance to the Empire, yet our failure in battle granted our enemy free reign of his land.
Which is exactly why we've come to take it back. The internal strife plaguing the kingdom leaves them nigh defenseless. We cannot let this opportunity pass us by.
Indeed. Hubert would never let us hear the end of it, were we to overlook this chance. At least he finds himself busy with the Alliance for now.
Your Majesty, we've received word that the Knights of Seros have been dispatched to Aryan Road. Few in number as their force may be, they are still some of the finest knights in all the continent, and well suited to a defensive struggle. I suggest we settle this matter at once, before the kingdom's main army arrives to further bolster their fortification.
Lord Gwendol, Yuri, this is why your actions will be so vitally important to our effort.
Yes, Your Majesty. Preparations are already complete. Follow me. I will escort you to the passageway.
As long as I receive my pay, you'll get whatever effort your gold can buy.
I will not allow things to end like this. No. This battle shall be the prime occasion to atone for my mistakes.
What a faithful man you are. Never flagging in your duty to that wretched Count. I suppose House Rowe must want its territory back quite badly, considering the fortune they were willing to pay me.
I see you've not lost that insolent mouth of yours. You should have refused the offer if you found it distasteful.
I enjoyed dealing with that decrepit old fool as little as you did. But he still paved my path into the Academy. I've never liked the thought of owing him a favor, and this will finally settle our account. Now then, I should be off.
Yuri.
What is it, old man? Spit it out.
I pray for your safety.
Do what you will. I only pray you find a suitable place to breathe your last.
I'll cut them all down.
Another day, another stage to conquer.
Don't fall behind.
I have to focus.
I'm with you.
Let the battle begin! Move out!
Forward march! And don't let me catch you lagging behind! Retreat!
Hope this helps.
Sorry. We weren't strong enough.
Who do you think I am?
Incredible as ever, Felix. How about you take over my part too? Kidding.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry. I'm dragging the others down.
Let's get started.
Give me an actual challenge.
Just watching you work makes my heart flutter.
Let's do this! Retreat! Time to make a name for ourselves!
I can't say I like how this is unfolding.
This will be your grave!
Pathetic.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry. Looks like that's it for us.
This will really demoralize our enemies.
Bring it down! This will be your grave! Give it up! Pathetic. Nice going, everyone. That's one in the win column.
I'm getting better.